beginning is no small thing. And yet the payoffs are huge. Whenever you're stepping into any type of a new beginning, there's so much unknown. There's a void, and you just have to trust. But there is an aliveness when you choose again, an energy that is motivating and lets you know that you are on track. They're just living on this edge of discomfort, which Aimee and I have chosen to stretch ourselves significantly. Especially since a turning point that happened in July. And so we've been on this edge of discomfort all the time. And now that edge is feeling like, okay, this is good. Yeah. Not to just be slightly outside of the comfort zone. And I realized how before I was stagnant. Yep. Now I'm reaching for a little bit further and a little bit further, not to traumatize myself, but to keep extending and growing. And it's amazing what we have accomplished in just 2 months.
It really is. You know, when you're done with a situation, you know, as we said, the kind of the life force goes out of it. You know, I'm thinking back now to my you know, corporate career. And, you know, after about 7 years, you know, in any kind of situation, you've kind of moved through all the initiation and building and nurturing and, you know, through to the kind of harvesting and then taking it down. And you're kind of done by the end of it. You know, when you hold on to something that's not that's really over, you feel like you're in a rut. There's no joy. That, you know, even feeling uncomfortable, there's growth in that feeling uncomfortable. So, you know, it reminds me of what we were talking about last week. We were talking about passion, our show on passion. We said it takes courage to live one's passions, to pursue them, and that when you do, you feel in touch with your authenticity. With the flow of life.
Exactly. So it takes courage not to bow to the collective consciousness that is in so much fear at this time. It takes courage to think for yourself, to have your own ideas, or to get in touch with what you stand for. I used to be embarrassed, uncomfortable, because I am, in order to do the level of channeling and the work that I do, I am a sensitive. It doesn't mean I am a crybaby. It means that I feel things very, very deeply. So watching the TV and reading the newspaper and following the world political scene was crashing my system. I was feeling exhausted and very, very low, and I would be embarrassed that when people were talking about some world events, that I had a general idea of what was going on, but that I really couldn't engage in those conversations in a deep, articulate manner. And then I realized my role on the planet is to hold something different. There are billions of people who can engage in those conversations, and it's okay that I'm not one of them. But it took a lot. It's only been, you know, this last year or so that I've been okay with, it's not my role to engage in that way.
Yep, it definitely takes courage to think for yourself, to have your own ideas, to get in touch with what you stand for. You know, other people really do serve us when they stand in their own beliefs, because you know what? It helps us discover what is true for us. We even like to ask our clients when we share some insights or guidance, you know, does this resonate